welcome back to another day here at GlassBuild America. I'm Ellen Rogers.
And I'm Drew Vass, and we're coming to you from the show floor where there are a lot of new things, Ellen.
There are a lot of new things, a lot of new products, new trends, technologies, a lot of focus on high-performance glazing systems, automation. So what are some of the things that you saw today?
Well, in particular, how those things come together, right? New products, new forms of spacer and machinery, and how they're formed together as a cohesive system.
Yes.
Including VIG.
Fernando, I love this display. It is so eye-catching. It's so beautiful. Tell me, what are we doing with the champagne?
Thank you, Ellen. So we're in for a big party. So we're celebrating the release of our new Solarban product. Talking to the design community, talking to architects, we started to see the need for a low-E coating that instead of having the traditional blue silver reflection like some of our R100 or R77 products, they wanted a more warm bronze kind of champagne looking. That word actually came from the design community. People are starting to work more white, more clear finishes on the outside of buildings, so they wanted to match it with a warm colored low-E coating. So that's how the idea first came to be.
Oh, that's great. So where do you see this being used and what type of projects?
Absolutely. So actually many of the initial requests came from architects in Florida. However, we've started to see this also in places like California, Texas.
But you also made some pretty big news this week,
Oh,
I
absolutely.
understand. And so I think we're going to go over and talk with Drew because he's going to learn a little bit more about that.
Juan, for the longest time, VIG's been one of the industry's more exciting products, right? But one of the obstacles, of course, is availability here in the US. I understand you have some news on that front.
Yeah, actually, as you're saying, is something very interesting, something that our customers are really wanting to get from us. And we just renewed an agreement that we had previously with our technology partner, Landback in China. And we're going to be bringing that into the US. Our commitment right now is to have a facility up and running here in the United States for us to supply this technology to the US market. That's the whole idea.
And I noticed you have what looks like a retrofit window here.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's going to go into an actual project.
That's correct. It's actually going into a project we have with the school here in the US. We have worked with several schools, and this one specifically a mock-up that we did for them. The glass is leaded, but it's not leaded on the inside as it usually is. This is only for the looks, but the vacuum insulated glass is inside.
All right, Drew, I got another joke for you.
Okay.
Why did the contract glazer quit his job?
I don't know.
It was too transparent.
Did you get that off of AI?
I might have.
Well, you're not going to escape AI at any of these shows these days, including a new AI assistant from A&W. Let's have a look.
One of the biggest things we're seeing right now is how AI, artificial intelligence, is making its way into all sorts of communication, businesses, things that we're doing in so many different ways. And I understand that you guys have also brought your own virtual assistant to the show this year. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Yeah, we're taking care about the AI topic, of course. First learning internally with an internal chatbot to gather some experience how this is all working. And then after a couple of months we said, okay, we see value to provide AI, not just using a buzzword, but to have a real use case with the order entry. The pink lady, what you see in the lower right corner, is called Mira. So this is the name of our AI. And she will scan the box and then recognize new orders and PDFs coming in. It's imported with an OCR scanner. This is one AI going through and then making a plain text out of it. And then in the end, we will have another AI analyzing this and try then to do the mapping. On the customer order, the data needs to be mapped to your or our customers' master data. So then you can see the output here where there's the customer info, the delivery info, and then the main thing, what is important, is the items. And in the items you have confidence factor, so the AI will say, okay, I'm quite confident. So in the end, it's increasing the productivity of the order entry of our customer by supporting the order entry stuff. So there's a knowledge base where you train here per customer what needs to be considered in future, and the target process will be then an automatic import into the front-end system.
Right, AI is a really important topic right now, but I think one that's even more important that we're focusing on a whole lot throughout the industry is this growing need for safety and security glazing. And this year is the 30th anniversary of YKKAP's ProTek impact system.
That's right, including for residential.
So I know this is a pretty significant milestone year because it's 30 years of the ProTek product line. So kind of just walk me through, how are we different, these products different now compared to where they were when we first started?
Hurricane Andrew came and devastated Homestead, part of Lower the Keys, and we realized that our construction methods and techniques were not doing really well. We were one of the first companies that came out with storefronts that had impact glazing in them. Now back then, impact glazing was 2 layers of glass with the inner layer in it, and it was a very simple system, very limited in sizes, 7, 8 foot tall. The systems now are thermally broken, energy efficiency, insulated, low E glass, and they can be up to 12 feet tall storefronts, and some of the doors are 10 feet tall now.
We always talk about this being for Florida, like Florida, Miami-Dade, that area, but you know, when you look at like this map that you have here, you see that there are regions and zones, it goes far beyond just South Florida.
Well, any coastal area in the United States, starting at Galveston all the way up through, Sandy to hit New Jersey. Okay, those areas need impact protection. But what a lot of people don't realize is a lot of our impact systems are being sold in areas where we'll never have a hurricane. They're using them as a security measure to protect their homes, protect schools, protect their inventories and businesses. So it's kind of a secondary market that we never anticipated.
Can you talk some about what you're seeing as far as on the residential side? I know these are not residential products, but there are still hurricane products available for that market as well.
Correct. And the testing for hurricane products are the same for a house as a commercial building. We're seeing more and more architects actually using the storefronts and curtain walls in houses because they can get bigger spans of glass, bigger openings, better energy efficiency, and stronger systems, because the cost variation is very similar to a house window would cost.
Speaking of anniversaries, you had an anniversary today. Well, not you, but US Glass Magazine.
That's right. US Glass Magazine is celebrating its 60th anniversary this year.
And we celebrated with a big cake.
It was a big, delicious cake.
Yes, it was.
We're so grateful for all the support we've had over the years and just being able to be here with the industry and to celebrate this achievement. It was a wonderful day.
And thank you for helping us to eat that cake.
Yes, absolutely. That's it for today's newscast.
But there's more to come, so keep watching.
And follow us on social media.